Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Veeam 13 full course, and in this is part 11th video in this course, and in today's session we are going to deep dive into how to add SMB CIFS backup repository in Veeam Backup and Replication. So along with a complete step-by-step lab demonstration, so we will cover everything in detail, including what is SMB repository, why we should use SMB, what are the real world use cases to use SMB share in as a repository in Veeam, benefit and limitation. Also we are going to discuss about best practices and security consideration, because SMB is most vulnerable repository, and so we should make sure our security is always first priority, and finally hands-on lab where we are going to configure this in our infrastructure. So let's start with the very basic question. So what is SMB? So backup repository. So an SMB basically repository is a Veeam in a Veeam basically is a network shared folder which is stored to uh, backup files. So SMB stands for server message block, and CIFS is one of the older version of SMB. So in simple terms, instead of storing backup on local disk or expensive storage, you can store them on a shared network location. So this shared location can be a Windows server, NAS, or any system that supports basically SMB protocol. So essentially, you are basically using a network shared for your backup destination. So why use SMB repository? In many organization may not have budget for the SAN or DAS storage, so there may be already having file server with the large unused storage or space. So there is a requirement for the central backup storage. In such cases, SMP repository is a very practical and efficient solution, and cost effective also. So real life example, let's understand this with real world scenarios. Imagine a company with around 10 to 15 or 20 virtual machine, limited IT budget, a Windows server, file server with 20 TB storage is available. So instead of investing in new backup hardware, they can create SMB share on file server and add it to Veeam as a backup repository, and now all backups are going to be stored on file server. So this approach basically is a cost effective, easy to deploy, and very simple to manage. So benefit and limitation, so this is one of the critical part to understand. So basically benefit is easy to configure and cost effective solution, no need additional hardware for dedicated for backup repository, centralized backup storage, and works with all NAS devices, and flexible and scalable for the future. Limitation, performance depends on the network speed, and basically and slow, so this is going to be slower than the direct storage which is attached to a Veeam server, and requires proper permission setup, and not ideal for high performance enterprise workload. So SMB is always when you need a basically limited performance. And these are some best practices around using SMB share. So to ensure optimal performance, use at least 1 Gbps network, however 10 Gbps is recommended, and ensure proper NTFS and share permission are assigned for only for the Veeam, and monitor storage uses regularly on the regular basis, and use dedicated service account for Veeam. Avoid using default administrator account, and security considerations are which is very important, since SMB is network based, security is very important. So restrict access to backup share to everyone, protect against ransomware attacks, use firewall rules properly to access that share only from the Veeam server, apply least privilege access for that share, and consider harden repository for the critical environment. So this is my lab environment. So we got our Active Directory and DNS server up and running. Then we got our Veeam 13 server, one Hyper-V, and three node vCenter cluster, and then our vCenter server. So let me go to Veeam and show you. So what you need, basically you need a first backup repository. So if I go here, on the backup repository. Till now we have a direct attached storage which is basically attached to our Veeam server, so back repository 1 and repository 2, and also I'm going to add now new backup repository. So if I go here on network attached storage, so network share on file server or NAS device, so click next. Now you will see here add SMB share for reliability reason. Configuration is recommended for continuous availability and this thing. So if I click here, so it will ask you backup repository. So let me put this let's say as a I'm giving a hypothetical name, so let's say call it DC2 uh, remote backup, and click next. And then we need to provide a share folder name. So let me create the one share on my domain controller just to give you demo. So I'm on my domain controller. So as of now I don't have any D drive, so let me add one D drive and try to create a share on D drive. So I'll go here on add and click basically hard drive, next, and SCSI recommended. I'll create a new drive and let me create 500 gig, and that's all. Now it will add this hard drive to this virtual machine, and then we will create a new volume for backup repository, and then we will basically go ahead and create share folder. So I'll go in my disk management. So this is the disk, so I'll initialize this disk GPT, and then I'm going to format as a let's say Veeam backups, and let me forward to REFS. Click OK. Now we have this drive. Now I'll go ahead and create a folder called let's say Veeam backup, and now I'll go under the let's say properties. I'll go here and share this basically. So on the share, I'll share with everyone. From the NTFS security permission, I'll limit this to only administrators and Veeam admin user. So make sure only required user have rights, and then I'll give modify access also. And now this is done. So our share folder is ready. Now let me go ahead and try to access this. So 192.168 68 0.11. So hit enter. Now you can see Veeam backup. So I'll copy this folder path basically and put it here, and then click share this. So I'll go ahead and let me see if I have that user. No, so I'll go ahead and add my user. So basically let me browse this user and put Veeam admin, and basically specify the password for this user, and now this is good. I'll click next, and now this is the repository configuration. We can see here 500 approx 500 gig, and out of almost everything is free. So customize repository, you can align with backup file, and you can basically do all this advanced configuration. You can limit the concurrent task also, or the maybe with the read write speed also you can limit. So I'll go here and mount on this on my Veeam server, and click next. And now it will detect the basically these softwares, which is because we are mounting on Veeam server directly, so it will validate basically these applications are installed on my Veeam server, mounting server or not. So everything looks good. I'll go ahead and click on apply. So now this will go ahead and add this remote location, or maybe SMB location you can say, to this server. So let's wait for some time, and this is added. So now if I go here, you should be able to see we have basically this backup repository added as a SMB share. So this is what I wanted to cover in this video. So the very important question now, when we should use a SMB repository. So best suitable for a small or medium enterprise, basically a budget constraint organization or environment with the existing NAS or file system. Avoid using this for large environment and high performance backup requirement. So that's it. So we covered what is SMB repositories, how to use it, real world implementation. We seen the step-by-step lab configuration, and also we discuss about the benefits, limitation, best practices, and security consideration. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.